So moving on to our underground design model, you'll see that it provides a parametric environment for creating and validating underground mine development geometry. You can use it to design levels, ramps, drifts, crosscuts, raises, and stope boundaries with full control over geometric parameters and engineering constraints. All development elements are created in 3D and directly linked to geological models, block models, and stope optimization results. This ensures spatial and technical consistency throughout the planning process. So the model includes tools for constraint-based design, clash detection, volume, and tonnage calculation, design validation, and the workflow helps you to evaluate alternative layouts, verify design feasibility, and prepare accurate engineering data for further schedule and ventilation and operational planning. So let's see how it works. We start with the excavation network design feature, and this tool allows you to quickly create a project for horizontal underground workings at selected levels. The initial data comes from the stoping blocks that were previously generated in stope optimization. Now we start by selecting the levels we want to work with. In this example, you can see that there are 3 levels visible, but you can select all levels or just one. Next, we define the access point, in other words, the shaft. The system can automatically determine its location, but if a shaft already exists, it just simply specifies its position manually. Then we move to defining excavation direction, and we click on excavation direction button. The algorithm proposes several options. In the most cases, the appropriate direction appears among the very first few suggestions. After that, we adjust the project accordingly, according to the selected mining system and equipment, and you can also adjust offsets, define conditions for splitting and merging workings, and set entry angles. You can fine-tune additional parameters, and this ensures the project aligns precisely with your operational requirements. These elements were generated automatically based on the results of stope optimization and form the basis for designing ramps between levels. So first you design the entry point of the level, as well as the direction of the future ramp, and you can do it directly in the workspace using snapping tools or through the parameter table. Then you start designing the ramp design using segments. Each segment can be straight or curved or completed using snap to point function. For every segment, you have key parameters, including azimuth, radius, gradient in degrees, percentage, or per mile, and length, turning direction. A key feature of this tool is the dynamic mode, though. Any modification, such as changing the radius, for example, of curved segment or adjusting the gradient, automatically recalculates the entire ramp geometry, including all subsequent segments. This allows quick testing of different configurations while respecting gradient limits and ore body geometry. In this example, we create straight segments, add curved segment, and complete the ramp by snapping to the lower level. So after clicking apply, the system generates a complete tunnel with a specified profile, and in this case, an arch section measuring 4 by 3 meters. If you need any additional development, you don't need to restart the task. Most parameters remain valid, so allowing new entry point to be defined and the dynamic mode to be reused. So finally, you can see that the tunnel solid is generated and connected to the rest of underground infrastructure, making the updated layout immediately available for further design and analysis.